Welcome to day 4 of our Microsoft 365 Mastery Virtual Training classes. Today we'll be considering how to save and share documents in MS Word. And we'll be guided by the following agenda: how to save documents, auto-recovery, exporting documents, brief on OneDrive, and sharing documents. When you create a new document in MS Word, you will need to know how to save it so you can access and edit it later. As with previous versions of Word, you can save files to your computer, but if you prefer, you can also save files to the cloud using OneDrive. You can even export and share documents directly from MS Word. To save documents in MS Word. MS Word offers two ways to save a file. One, save, and the other, save as. These are two options in MS Word that you can use to save a document. Now, the difference between the two. When you create or edit a document, you will use the save command to save your changes. You will use this command most of the time. When you save a file, you will only need to choose a file name and location the very first time. After that, you can click the save command to save it with the same name and location. Whereas when you are using the save as command, you will use this command to create a copy of a document while keeping the original. When you use save as, you will need to choose a different name or location for the copied version. So I'm going to show us practically the use of these two commands. So I'll run MS Word to create a new document and then later edit, applying the save changes. So as I run MS Word, I click on blank document. Now this is a new document. Like if you look at this title bar, you will see it is showing document 2, showing that the document has not been saved. Because when you save it for the first time, you are expected to save it with a particular name to a particular location. So now we are going to go ahead to apply the save function or command. So you go to the backstage, you click on file, you locate the save command, you click on it, and then you use the browse to choose a location where you want the file to be saved into. Personally, I want it saved to my downloads, and then I want it named as test doc. Now, I will leave the format to what it is, and I will just hit on word save. Now, you will see that on the title bar, you will see that the title of the document has been named. And if you look at the status, it will say save. That is one way you apply the save function or command. Another way is when you have now started formatting the document or editing, or you have now started creating the document, like as I'm typing now, you will discover that the title bar, the status has disappeared, meaning that what I am doing is not yet saved. So how do I go about saving it? I go to the backstage, click on file, go to the save command, and you will see that the status has returned saved. So that is how you apply what? The save command. Now do I apply the save as? So save as is to enable you save a copy of what? The original document. So if I want to save a copy of this document, I click on file, I click on the save as command, then I choose the location where I want to save it to. Now, in using save as, you can either save it to the same location and changing the name of the document, or you can save to another location and retain or leave the name the way it is. So I'm going to save it to the same location, which is download, but I will just change the name by adding 2 to the end of it. So I click on what? Save. Now, if you go to my downloads, If you go to my downloads, you will discover that the two documents are saved there. One was saved using the save as, while the other one was saved using the save. So these are the two documents. This was saved using the save. This was saved using the save as. So you can see the save as enabled us to have a copy of the original document. Word automatically saves your documents to a temporary folder while you are working on them. If you forget to save your changes, or if Word crashes, maybe due to the power interruption or whatever, you can restore the file using AutoRecover. How do you go about that? First of all, when you open Word, if autosave versions of a file are found, the document recovery pane will appear on the left side. Click to open an available file. The document will be recovered. But if you don't see the file you need, you can browse all autosave files from Backstage View. Select the File tab, then you click on Info, then click on Manage Versions, then choose Recover Unsaved Document, and the various documents that are auto-saved, you will see them. Then you select from the list the particular document you are actually looking for. So let's do what? A demo. So I open to my MS Word, I click on File, then Info. At the bottom, you will see Manage Document. When you click on this, you will see Recover Unsaved Document. When I click on it, it will take me to the folder where all unsaved documents are being stored into. An unsaved auto-recover document has the extension .asd. So you can see these files here, all of them having .asd. Is showing that these are documents I didn't save, and by one reason or the other, they are automatically saved. So I can choose the one I want here, and then when I double click on it, it will load up that particular work, and I cannot continue working on that particular document. But while you have recovered and you continue working on it, don't forget to do what? It on your saved immediately, so that you can do what? Save the document into a particular location on your desktop. Exporting documents. By default, Word documents are saved in the .docx file type. However, there may be times when you need to use another file type, such as a PDF or Word 97 to 2003 document. It is easy to export your document from Word to a variety of file types. How do you go about that? First, you click the File tab to access the Backstage View. Choose Export, then select the option Create PDF/SPS. And number 2, the Save As dialog box will appear. Select the location where you want to export the document, enter the file name, then click Publish. But if you need to edit a PDF file, Word allows you to convert a PDF file into an editable document. So let's do that practically. So now I have this document, and it is in what? It is in .docx, which is Word document format. And I want it in PDF. So what do? I click on the file type, and then I go to what? Export. Click on Export. Then you can see here it is clearly stated, create PDF/SPX document, while the other one says change file type. So if I want a PDF, all I do is to come here and I will click on create PDF. So when I click on it, it will give me a portion where I can name the document and then save it. So I want to change the document name to TTP, and then it's already on PDF. So I just hit on publish, and the PDF version of the document will be created. So this is the PDF version of the document. And there are another way, if you want to save it to another file format other than PDF, you can also click on the file, and then you click on Export, and then you click change file type, and it will load up different file types that you can use. And then assuming you want to save it to a 1997 through or to 2003 document, you just click on it, then you click on save as. You are able to put in the name of the document, and then you hit on what? Save. So that is how you go about with what? Your exporting of your document. Brief on OneDrive. Most features in Microsoft Office, including Word, are designed towards saving and sharing documents online. This is done with or through OneDrive, which is an online storage space for your documents and files. If you want to use OneDrive, you must make sure you are signed in to Word with your Microsoft account. In one of our previous videos, we have talked about how to create a Microsoft account, and we have also talked about how to save a document or to log into your OneDrive account. So I will place link to those videos in the description section, so that if you want to familiarize with how to go about that, you can do that. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to save a document into OneDrive. So let's go. Now, this is a document. I want to save it into OneDrive. What do? I click on the file to go to the backstage, and on the backstage, I will click on save as, and then at the top here, you will see OneDrive as one of the possible locations where you can save your document. So I'll click on OneDrive, and these are possible locations in OneDrive I can save the work to. If I want to save it directly on OneDrive, I can click here. If I want to save it into a folder in OneDrive, I can click any of them. So if you can click on any of the folders that are found in OneDrive, and it said we can't reach that folder right now. It's possible you are not connected to it, or the folder is no longer existing. The reason why it's showing this is because I am not connected to the internet. And remember, one of the power of cloud service like OneDrive and Microsoft 365 is the availability of internet. So for now, I'm not connected to the internet, but if I was connected, as I hit on that location, I will have an opportunity to put a name to the document and then save it. So that is how you go about with saving a document to OneDrive. But before that, if you want to log into your OneDrive, all you have to do is, you see at this top, my picture is showing there, meaning that I'm logged in. So all you have to do is to click on that place. You will see it as written as sign in. You click on it, and you'll be able to enter into your Microsoft account, and your OneDrive will be linked to your MS Word. So that is a brief about what OneDrive. Sharing documents. Word makes it easy to share and collaborate on documents using OneDrive. In the past, if you wanted to share a file with someone, you could send it as an email attachment. While this is convenient, this system also creates multiplied or multiple versions of the same file, which can be difficult to organize. When you share a document from Word, you are actually giving others access to the exact same file or document. This lets you and the people you share with edit the same document without having to keep track of multiple versions. So in order to share a document, it must first be saved to your OneDrive. So let's take a brief into it practically. So though there are steps you can follow in sharing a document, which I will show to us right now. First is you click the File tab to access the Backstage view, then click Share. The Send window will appear where you can enter the name or email address of the recipient or your team members you want to share the document with, and you can choose to share a copy instead of sharing the same exact copy. So let's see how it goes. So assume there is a document I want to share. I click on my file tab to the backstage, and at the backstage I would see the command share. Click on share, then it will load up your OneDrive. So what I do, I will click the OneDrive, and so it loads up the send link window. This is the send link window, and the first instruction you see is who do you want to have access to this document. When you click on it, it will give you two options, and one of the options is anyone, share with anyone, doesn't require a sign-in, while this other one says specific people. This option means when you choose this option, you will have to supply the people you want to have access to the document. Then after that, there's another option here. What is the extent of activity you want them to carry out on the document? The first one say can edit and make any changes, while the other one say can view but can't make any changes. So it's up to you to choose the one you prefer, and then you hit on what? Apply. Then you come back and you put on this place the email of the person you want to share it with. After you've done that, you hit on what? Send, and it will load up your Outlook. Okay, said I've not put down any email or name. Yes, so let me put in one. So now, when I hit send, it will load up my Outlook, and the Outlook will now give me the opportunity to do that. So you can see that link to this sent. So it has been sent toward that account. But there are times you may want to send a copy instead of that same document. What do? Go back again to the backstage, click on share. Then you come down and click on send a copy. When you click on send a copy, it will load up what kind of a copy you want to send. Is it Word? Is it PDF? If you want to send Word, you just click on the, and then it will be sent to the same email I have provided previously.